So hey guys, welcome back to next session of a special C programming course. In this video we will set up a very best coding environment which we will be in throughout the whole course. Yes, you figure out, we will install VS Code in our laptop or desktop. For those friends who don't have laptop or desktop, I have an idea for them. I will introduce you some online IDEs in which you can practice in phone, right? And I will also suggest you some applications in which you can run the code and write the code which I use myself. So we will discuss all three types of these IDEs and install them and do the needful settings. So let's get started with VS Code. Okay, so I am here on my screen and I am opening a browser. Just open your own favorite browser. So I am here using Chrome. In Chrome, just write VS Code and tap enter. The first link appears, which is from code.visualstudio.com. This is the official link, so we will click on it and here we will see option for download. We will click on this download and based on your operating system, just download for Mac, for Windows or for them, right? So I am here downloading for Windows as my operating system is Windows. So after clicking on that, it will start download and here it is downloaded, right? So I will open here folders and go to downloads. Here is VS Code user setup. So double click on it. A window will pop up for installing and check I accept this agreement and click next. Again click next, again next, and then check out these boxes. I am clicking on these all boxes to mark them. Again I will click on next, again I will click on install. So it may take some time to install, but don't worry, it is so fast. So let's wait till it is installed. Okay, here our Visual Studio Code has been installed. So check out this box and click on finish. So VS Code will be opened, right? So this is the first look of our VS Code. So don't worry, after looking all these things, these are very simple. So first here you are seeing Explorer tab, right? So I will let you understand this one. You can see here open folder option. So I will open the folder from here and I will create a new folder, right? So here we can create a new folder and in this folder go into it and right click on it and here it is the option for open with code. I will just click on open with code. Here two tabs are open. First one is the previous one and now is latest one. So I will close the previous one and this one is the latest, right? So we are in a new folder right now. In Explorer tab we are in a new folder. So in a new folder we can create new files here, that is C or C++ files in which we will write code, and again in this folder we can create a new folder from this option, right? So this is the Explorer tab. This one is extension tab. So extension tab is basically used for making our code writing fast and make us easy, right? So let us create a file, that is let's create brainy.c, brainy name file with extension .c, because it is a C programming language, right? So here it is this. Now I will create a main function. So I will create a software that will print a name, right? So I will need a main function. So first look, I am here writing main, so nothing is suggesting to me, right? For suggesting, for it will give the snippet itself. For this, just go to extensions and search here C++. Okay, C++. The first option will come, that is IntelliSense from Microsoft. So click on that and install it. So after you install it, it will show the snippets for the whole code. Just see here. So now I am writing main. Okay, so I will first refresh it. Now I will write here main. After I write main, here it is showing code snippet for main, so it makes our easy. So just install that, and after writing main, after you click enter, it will give the snippet for main function. In this one, just write printf, and I will write here brainy. So I will write here, I will write hello world. So this one is a software that will print hello world, right? So it will print this. Now don't worry that what I have done now. Just understand that it will print whatever in double quote. This is the software that will print this one. So how this all working, I will explain later. So now this is currently in what high level language, right? Machine will not understand this, so here we should write include stdio.h. what is this? Don't worry, I will explain. So this one extension, another one extension I would recommend you to install is code runner. So type code runner and press enter. Here it comes code runner, so install it. I will show you the use. After installing it, you may see a new button here. So now I have another setting. Move to settings, and then here it is setting, and search for mouse wheels. So here it is mouse wheels zoom. So check out this box, so it makes us easy to read the file. Here it is this file. After that you can zoom in, zoom out this, right? So it makes readable easy. Okay, so we have installed this IDE. Now let's run this. What happens? So I move to terminal. Here it is new terminal, and here this one I will write this name. So I will write first GCC and then write brainy and press tab and then enter. So it will say this, the term GCC is not recognized, and this all stops, right? So why it is showing like this? Because we have just installed the IDE, not the compiler, right? So for now we have installed an IDE. So what is an IDE? IDE is just an integrated development environment, right? So it helps in our development in coding. It suggests us our some snippets, and there is a difference between a compiler and IDE, right? So in compiler we are writing the code. We can write the code in notepad also, but in notepad we cannot figure out syntax error somewhere, right? And so there is many advantages of IDE. But what does the compiler do is that we are writing the code in programming language, in a high level language, right? We all know that computer only understand the machine level language, that is 0 and 1. So we need a medium which will convert our high level language, programming language, into a machinery language, right? So for this purpose we use a compiler. So in our case we will be using Mingji WW64 compiler for C or C++, right? So there is a long compilation process. We will study in the next video how the compilation process is done, how the compiler works. For now, let's install the Mingji W compiler. So now move to Chrome and just write C compiler Mingji W, right? And press enter. So here from Visual Studio Code also it has given the links. So after in this you can click on Mingji WW64. So it will pop up this. I know it will redirect to SourceForge. So click on it, downloads. So again go down and search for Windows, Mingji W for Windows, and click on it, and here it is showing the redirection for this source code. So click on it, so it moved to source code MingGW, so it will download automatically after going this. Don't worry, I will provide you this link so that it is easy for you, right? So we have downloaded MingGW 64, so let's move to downloads folder. Here it is MingGW W64 install. So we will write, double click on it, click on next, again click on next, again click on again click on next. Wait for some time until it is downloading file. After downloading file, it will install itself. So let's wait for some time. So it will take a little bit time, depends on your connectivity speed, Wi-Fi speed. Here my Wi-Fi speed is a little bit slow sometime. So after a long time it is installing, and now it is on its final stage of installing. So let it be installed. So finally it has been installed, so we will click on next. Okay, then we will finish. So now, for now, I will just like to say, just keep in mind this .exe file. .exe file is executable files, that is softwares, right? So we are also creating the software which will print the hello world, right? So we need the exe file, right? So for this we have installed the MingGW. So I will close this Chrome browser now, and I will minimize this and open my PC. So after opening your PC, if you have not changed any browser or done as I have done, so click on in C drive and then move to this one, program files, into 86, and then again search for MingGW W64, right? Again go in this folder, so you may see a single folder here. So double click on this and go in this. Again go in MingGW W30 and again go in bin. So here there are many executable files in this one, so we have to copy this one path. For copying this all path, just click on this tab here. So after clicking, it will select the whole path, right? And so from keyboard, just Ctrl C press to copy this path. So we have Ctrl C here and we have copied this path. So minimize this and then go to this PC and click on right and click on properties. So after clicking on that, move to advanced system settings. So here it is environmental variables, click on this. Again here it is path, so click on path and click on edit. So now here you have to create new. So we will create new here and just paste the path we just copied. So Ctrl B is used to paste this path. So I have press Ctrl B and paste this path here. So now I will press on OK, then again I will press on OK, then again I will press on OK, and our thing is done, right? So we will again open here VS Code. So initially it is saying GCC is not recognized, but here we have copied this one path which includes this GCC. Now it may recognize the GCC. So you can restart your laptop, or simply I am just restarting my VS Code, because we have just added the path. So I have just closed and opened my VS Code. I would recommend you to create a new file, right? So after creating a new file and go to terminal. So now just type GCC and write file name Brainy and just press tab. So it will come like this. Again now here you can see in file explorer there is an a.exe file created, right? A.exe file has been created. So just type a here, just type a here and press tab and press enter. So here it will print hello world. We can also see this in our file here, and here new folder. Here we have a which is the executable file which will simply print hello world. So now you can just run this one code by pressing from here, that is code runner extension. So just press on it and it will run. So here it has come up with hello world. So guys, this is for the VS Code, and we write the first program which will print hello world. So now let's dive into the some online IDEs and their use. Now just open your Chrome browser and type online C compiler and press enter. So here you see the first website, which is onlinegdb.com. Just press in it and it will open. So this is our online IDE. It has the same thing which we have written in our VS Code, right? So it will print hello world, right? So let us run it and check if it is printing or not. So press on run and see here it has printed hello world. So this is a first online IDE. Another is, it is an IDE online with C compiler, right? So it has integrated C compiler within it. There is also online compiler, online C compiler from Programmies, online C compiler from Tutorials Point, and many more online compilers are there. So you can use any, you can also download from there. You can log in and simply download from that and save your file. So this is all for online compilers. Now it's turn for mobile application, which we will be using in writing code in mobile. So here is the first, that is Decoder. I personally use this application works online, but this application is awesome guys. It provides with its own keyboard which is specified and made for coding purpose only, right?